You need to find that one. That is what Buddha has called as middle path. Don't go to extremes, but not going to extreme is not only philosophical. Being digital is become another one sickness. SMS, yes, no, how many vote? You are allowed to do it. But if you make you think, give a solution to a problem, you don't know. So that yes and no, don't digitalize your thinking, your mind, 0 or 1. Don't romanticize things which are unscientific, where scientific and economic thinking is required. Classic case is about India's agriculture, I already told you, so I am not going to tell it again. The sheer population increase is 5 times more than when we were young. 1947 what it is, India is 5 times more, Bangladesh is 5 times more, Pakistan is 5 times more, everybody is 5 times more. You need to find solutions for the new world. Then accept modern realities and new opportunities. Agitations against genetically modified crops. Oh God, if some student goes and agitates against a genetically modified crop, she or he thinks he has contributed to agriculture. He has contributed to nature. It has contributed to climate change. Terrible. You will kill yourself, your own future. So we had to accept many of them. And similarly, repeated reuse of wastewater. We are wasting water like anything. Like every state is running through a problem. Agriculture uses 85% of the water, doesn't reuse it. Terrible. Israel is 85%. Many of the European countries 50%. America is 50%. Singapore 100%. They use and drink. Prime Minister of that country takes it. Be ready for it. You have to use many of these. Don't imitate solutions of the West on social issues. We have a different culture diversity. There are historical traditions, good and bad. Trying to imitate Western laws on human rights, animal rights, endowment, everything, animal rights. Somebody will say, no, dogs should be killed. You have to apply your mind to what is useful. Let us choose the evolutionary approach. What are now the bold steps? This is the mindset change you require. You have to think of more and then do it for yourself. And I could have listed more, but I given a samples. Now let us look at some of the bold steps you have to take. You have to demand your elected representatives. You can't do everything yourself. You have to demand. Now you have got enough size to demand an MLA, demand an MP, or a potential aspiring fellows. Ask the political systems. You don't go in the bandwagons created by media. Today, after one, gender. Another thing, Lokpal. Third day, something else. Then you go to LOC of Pakistan. Then Dhoni should be hanged because he has lost. Don't do that. You create what is required for you. If you demand and then you prepare yourself for the bold, you have to prepare yourself for the bold stuff. India will reach the full potential within decades. That is the minimum gestation period for transformation. That is all over the world. Bold stuff required are transform Indian agriculture with modern technology for seeds, agricultural practices, irrigate all the unirrigated areas with drip irrigation infrastructure, change animal husbandry practices, etc. Technologies for this existing all over off the shelf. You can do that. Second, master wastewater reuse technologies and practices. I have talked about it, I am not going to add more. Make India free of erratic electricity supply. There can be no modern nation with such a electricity. Finished. So you people have to do. One of the reasons that microchip could not be done when Mr. Vittal was Secretary of Electronics, he asked Motorola. He said, I will put, sir. He said, I am going to give you permission. Because there was a license permit there. So he has said it and he has written it also. Then he told him, Mr. Vittal, I am ready to come anytime. But only thing is, give me a good, uninterrupted, high quality. High quality for them is not just the voltage, frequency, pulses, etc. You bring it, I will make chips in India. You can't have a modern industry. Most modern industries require very high quality electric supply. So then, allow few major Indian industries to grow to global level. We hate rich. We are jealous of rich, we hate rich, but we want to be rich. Unless there are some few big rich industries, you can't have innovations from India. Simultaneously, we need to take care of micros, small, medium enterprises. because they create employment not only in India, all over. Then they require a lot of policy support, both of them. Encourage foreign companies to set up R&D in India. Now there are only 300, 400. Our big, great academicians who used to say our PhDs are useless, our MTechs are useless, those fellows are using them. They create lot of things for it. Our fellows are useless because they are not being oriented in work. If you give the right, when we had an Indian space program, nobody knew what a space is. Vikram Sarabhai took it all over. It was not IITs. We did. Okay, somebody will be from Gorakhpur to anything to anywhere were there. So I want in thousands, you people should encourage. There will be some academicians who will say, no, they are taking our intellectual property right. Your brain dead here, not used. Instead some fellow is using. Then our fellows will learn lot of new things and new entrepreneurship will come. Revamp Indian education system with new mindset. 50% of all Indians present in higher education should get higher education by 2030. Good higher education, not the current ones. 50 diverse, but I am not asked for uniformity. Remember the hand. Diversity. America is diverse is because they are community colleges, they are all universities. Not just one Harvard and MIT and want everybody there. Don't do that. Then we need to prepare ourselves. Then you all have to prepare yourself or the Indian youth for critical thinking, creativity. What I spoke, you should be able to critically analyze. Critical thinking, creativity, and commercializable skill. If your skill is not commercializable, you are useless. If you are an English teacher, you should know how to do it for good advertisement. You do your Shakespeare or whatever you want to do there, but you should know how to do that. So I have told it in the way beyond 3 hours, so I am not going to say it. Another important thing, make India a strong state. You all have become soft against terrorists of all forms. Make it safe for our citizens, especially for the women and the weaker section. If this demands stricter discipline from each of us, we want, but we will break law. If it wants, America did not have post 9/11 anything, because there is so much of the control was put on so many items. Banks will be checked, this will be checked, etc., etc. We have to be ready for it. We have to be tough in the cyber world too. We are extremely dangerous. It's very fragile. Soft state cannot compete in the commerce and trade or even sport. We should be bold to aim at a real powerful position by 2025. Not, it won't become before. In one day you can't get up and then say I have become strong. You will be knocked out. All the above are based on existing technologies and proven, well proven, etc. We need to identify a few. Don't write laundry list. Emerging breakthroughs technologies. Then I will tell a few things about emerging breakthroughs. All these are important. But if you leave that, in another 20 years, again you will find that you are a follower, you are a laggard. So you have to work on a few items. I am not going to list all of them. There is a very beautiful book, Global Trends, Alternate Worlds, a publication by National Intelligence Council, December 2012. You can download it if you want. Whole thing is available. On that I am listing a few. Genetically modified crop. They say these are going to change the world. Precision agriculture, water irrigation techniques. Note it. My wastewater recycling is not then the dirty thing. These are all water irrigation, solar energy, advanced bio-based fuel. Not just I made some this Jatropha, that at all. It is a very advanced biofuels. They are all third generation ones. Algae-based things. Enhanced and national gas extraction, shale gas. I don't know how many of you have heard about it. America is going to become energy independent. Many states are going to become energy independent. China is going to have a lot of shale. You read about it. Special health technologies for aged, as India will, in the world will grow more. You know, everybody talks about Indian youth. Do you know that 100 million old people are like me, 60 plus? 100 million. It is growing 5 to 6 million added every year. We are bigger than most European countries. Lot of business opportunities are around it. It is not just compassion, hard cash. In IT sector, data is almost becoming free. Social networking and cyber security, smart applications and smart cities. Data will be free. Automation and advanced manufacturing technologies in all sectors and applications. Robotics, remote and autonomous vehicles, and additive manufacturing and 3D printing. Disease management of human and domestic animals, as new viruses and bacteria will come. If we are clever, microbes are clever too. You have to be continuously alert, a lot of opportunities. Also, molecular diagnostic devices will revolutionize medicine. We touched upon a little bit of it here on molecular diagnostic devices. You can do it at a molecular level before changes take place. From implants to prosthetics, powered exoskeleton, human augmentation. It's a new word. Human augmentation. Fellow is what a knee replacement is human augmented. There are so many other things for health. Alzheimer will go off because some things may be kept in. Now, lastly, conclusion. There are many more. I am not going to list all of them. You have to choose out of these for India. Because some of you are going to be, your word will count. Don't be only voting SMSs. You create in your Facebook what in India should be like. Facebook, whatever, LinkedIn, your Twitter and other things, is the ordinary things, you create a new India. So, but not only there, it has to be translated down. You can't live in a cyber world and eat it. You can't even eat your mobile. So, you have great challenges before you. If you get out of the bandwagons or existing grooves. Change your mindset, implement new bold stuff, make it, pressurize it. Then you will capture the real spirit of India, which is now dormant and is an implosive turmoil. It is an implosive, it is not exploding. It is implosive turmoil. It's a very big problem. We are attacking ourselves. If you are ready to shape the next 20 years, you would have created a new India. May God be with you. Thank you.
Come to the stage and receive the award. It is a pleasure to honor eminent principals of various schools in and around Erode district who have worked in bringing a high standard of education in their own schools. The principals are selected based on the input received from the various COs and DOs and our own students of our college and also from the media at large for the prestigious awards of Dr. SVB Foundation Award for the year 2012-13. First, we invite Principal Gandhimati, Erode Hindu Kalvi Nilayam, Matriculation Higher Secondary School, Erode. There are more than 4,500 students and she has got 25 years of experience as a principal and she has also received the Best Award, Radhakrishnan Award from the Director of School Education in the year 2010-11. Mr. K. Tankapandian, Principal, Sri Ganga Higher Secondary School, Perundurai. He has got more than 20 years of experience. The school strength is more than 3,000 students. That school has got second rank in +2 results and 100% pass in +2 and 10th public schools. Mrs. Rukmani Samiappan, Principal and Correspondent of Saru Matriculation Higher Secondary School from Satyamangalam. She has got 33 years of experience and they got 100% result in 10th as well as +2. Next, Principal, Infant Jesus Matriculation Higher Secondary School, Tirupur. Is a principal for the past 16 years. Again, 100% results in 10th and +2 as well. Next we will have Principal, Ponnu Matriculation Higher Secondary School, Darapuram. He has got 25 years of experience and he is a principal for the past 16 years and already got the award, Radhakrishnan Nalasriyar Award. And for the past 19 years, they are maintaining 100% result. Mrs. Sasikala, the principal, the youngest school established about 4 years back. She has got 9 years of experience. They got the first and second rank in public examinations 2009-10 and 2010-11. SVG Matriculation Higher Secondary School, Karamadai. Next we will Trinyana Sambandam, Headmaster, SKV Higher Secondary School. More than 4,000 students are studying there. He has got 9 years of experience as a principal. First 3 state ranks in +2 and first rank in medical and engineering cutoff. On roll, SBN Saravanan is not doing well, not feeling well, so he could not come here. Then next, Mr. T.P. Gnanasegar, Principal, Vidya Vikas Boys Higher Secondary School, Tiruchendur. Students are studying. He has got 30 years of experience in teaching and they got +2 ranking in 2002, 8, 10, 12, so on. Already he has got the award, Kalai Award, Best Principal Award 2009. Next we will have our principal, Mrs. S. Kausalya, Sri Vijay Vidyalaya Metric Higher Secondary School, Dharmaburi. More than 5,000 students are studying in that school. She has got a rich experience of 20 years in the field of teaching, and she has produced many rank holders and also got many awards. Kausalya will be giving the acceptance speech.
Providing technical education, and it is recognized as a #1 self-financing college. This is made possible because there is a perfect synergy between the top brass of corporate Banari Sugars and academicians. Banari Sugars not only runs an educational institution but also recognizes the best educational heads across Tamil Nadu. When service is recognized, the ecstasy the recognized receives pervades and percolates the students. I, on behalf of the co-awardees and myself, extend my sincere gratitude to the functionaries. Thanks for the recognition. Thank you.
Marked by honor, energy, devotion and love. To honor our esteemed dignitaries, we request our dear Director, Dr. S.K. Sundararaman, to present a shawl to Dr. Y.S. Rajan. Thank you, sir. We now request respected Kuru V. Saravanan, Managing Director, Banariamman Sugars, to present a memento to Dr. Y.S. Rajan.
Thank you, sirs. We now request Dr. D. Sharmila, Professor and Head, Department of E&I, and Staff Convener, Futura, to present a shawl to Dr. Cynthia Pandian. Thank you. May we now request our dear Chairman, Dr. S.V. Balasubramaniam, to present a memento to Dr. Cynthia Pandian.
Raman, to propose the vote of thanks.
Most respected dignitaries on and off the dais, invited guests, my dear student friends, very good afternoon to all of you, and it's really a pleasure to be here to see this big crowd, this 14th Futura function, and to propose a vote of thanks for this inaugural function. I think a lot of things have been said about Futura, about Banariamman, and I don't want to do much, but I think one particular thing was missed out. In the innovation category, what Banariamman students have been doing, and this is a subset of industry-institute interaction, but what our students have been doing has been fantastic in that we have been successfully winning projects at IIT levels, at NIT levels. In fact, I don't think there's any other college that has done what we're doing. Now, let me qualify that. CII, Confederation of Indian Industry, runs a program called Innovator Award, where the students go and present their projects, and this is a South India level competition. Twice in a row, we have been getting the maximum number of awards. So last year, in fact, they actually created a special recognition for Banariaman. They said the Spirit of Innovation Award. And that is what Banariaman got. Nobody else got it. They created it because our performance was outstanding. PSG came second, a few other guys were there, but they were outstanding. That has been a result primarily of what we've been doing in Futura all over these years. What Futura is about is not just about projects, not about contests, not about all the other things that are happening. That's part of it. That's why we put on a great show. But in essence, what we do over here is to foster that spirit of entrepreneurship, that spirit of having achieved something, of independent thinking within you, which is what is truly taking all of us to greater heights today. In that journey, I think all you students have played a major part. My congratulations to you and all the organizing team at the outset. And Futura 14 does look to be the best Futura yet, and I'm sure it's going to be a great program. Let me at the outset thank the chief guest of this function, the Honorable Dr. Cynthia Pandian, the Vice Chairperson, Tamil Nadu State Council for Higher Education, Government of Tamil Nadu. Ma'am, your speech was very gracious. Thank you for your very kind remarks, and we'll really treasure what you said. And thank you also for your observation on education in general. And it's been a pleasure having you over here. Thank you very much. Dr. Rajan, I've heard Dr. Rajan speak in so many CAA forums, industry forums, and he walks his talk. He always boldly goes. No comfort in blind compliance. He talks about the grey areas which most of us brush under the carpet. But in the end of the day, what he talks lingers in our minds much later than from after we go down from this stage. And he keeps on repeating that, especially to the student audiences, because you are the future. And it is very rare to have somebody with that kind of an all-encompassing view of what we can do for India. Sir, thank you. It's truly a pleasure having you with us. I wish to thank our honorary advisor, Dr. Vijay Kumar, for a beautiful speech, simple, eloquent in his usual style, on the necessity for change, which in a sense is what we are all trying to address over here. Thank you very much, sir. Let me take this opportunity to thank a lot of people who have come over here. I wish to recognize their presence. Alumni of Banariaman, our governing council member and advisor and former Vice Chancellor, Dr. Subbayan, DEO, retired Mr. Kaliyan, who was the architect behind selecting and implementing the principal selection process that we have over here and reaching out to the schools for the programs. Part of the Banariaman Sugars team, Mr. Vyas from Delhi, our PRO who was here. Dignitaries from industry who are here to take part in the various activities of the symposium. Friends from Satyamangalam who are here. The distinguished principals who are sitting on the stage, who are awardees, my congratulations to all of you. Thank you for accepting our invitation to be here, and to all the other principals from other schools who are here as well. School students who are here, I hope that you all enjoy your stay on our campus. I really find it fun, and it really motivates you to go to greater heights tomorrow, and the faculty will come with you. More importantly, visiting students who have come over here from many parts of the state and from many of the other states of India for paper presentations, for workshops, for project presentations. Thank you all. This is a national level symposium because of all of you. Our students are famous for their hospitality. I'm sure every time you need any help, you would be met with a smiling face and a willing person who would do their utmost to make sure you're comfortable over here. And of course, I'm sure in the next couple of days, as we go into our valediction session, some of you will probably stand testimony to that. Let me welcome you to Banariaman. Thank you for being here. This program has been structured to be a student program, because in empowering our student leaders, our student coordinators to actually run this program, we bring the most important point of education, which is leadership, to the fore. I wish to thank my student team, Srijit, Shabarmati, all the other people under them, the entire staff of Banariaman who have been working around the clock for this to happen, my conveners, primary conveners, Dr. Sharmila, Dr. Prabha and Dr. Valarmadi, and everybody over here. The list is too exhaustive, but it's always good that you try to mention them in a vote of thanks to make everybody know what kind of an effort has gone in today. This has come together because we all pulled it together, and not the least, the students of Banari Amman. Thank you. It's been a great show, and I'm sure you will hold a flag high for the next couple of days. Thank you all very much. Bye-bye.
Waving the flag, but in striving that our country shall always be righteous as well as strong. To show indebtedness to our nation, let's all rise for the national anthem.
पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड उत्कल बंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्चल जलधि तरंगा तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ आशीष मागे गाहे तव जय गाथा जन गण मंगल